delay in some of the videos coming out, but it's Christmas break. My wife's a school teacher and the kids are out of school, so it's Christmas break for me too. I've been enjoying some time with them. So Sherwood come out with the receiver test data for the 7610 a few days ago. I was thinking it might show up a little bit higher on the list, but it didn't surprise me too much where it wound up. You know, it's a couple notches above the 7300, several notches above the old 590S that I've got. You know, I've had a couple people make comments to me, and boy, I'm sure glad I didn't spend $3,000 extra just for that little bit of receive performance. And I think that's kind of an odd way to look at things, really. I fell in the trap of trying to buy a radio based solely on receive performance. Yeah, you can do that if you want. I mean, that's a pretty narrow scope to focus on. Your whole operating time is based on receive performance. Yeah, I want a good receiver. I want a decent receiver in the radio. I've had a couple that radios that were not good. You know, this radio is going to perform fairly well according to those Sherwood results. I won't be unhappy with those at all. Yeah, I know it's not up there in the top 5. You look at the noise floor on this radio, it's pretty darn good. I'm not going to complain much about it. You know, you can get all fuzzed up and have tirades that it's not this great top 1 receiver out of this thing, but it made me kind of wonder, what if we shop for other things with that same criteria of one particular little item is the most important thing? How would that look? Well, howdy, son. Come on in. Have a seat here. Well, how you doing today? Yeah, I'm looking for a rig. I'm looking for a real good rig. I'm looking for a rig that's on this list. You know, we got just about everything on this lot. It's the biggest dang car lot pretty much in the world. If we don't have it today, we'll have it tomorrow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got a list right here. And it's a thorough study done on all the vehicles. And yeah, here you go. You really need to look at this. Now, I want one of the top 5 off that list. Well, this is quite a report, son. Quite a report. So, who did you say put this list out? The Nottingham list, huh? Well, yes, sir. That list there covers everything there is to know about steering wheels on a vehicle. So you mean to tell me this big list, it boils down to the steering wheel? Nottingham took a lot of time. They took a lot of time, did every test possible on those. Well, son, I've never seen a list quite like this. And you want something in the top 5. Well, we certainly got some of these models out here on the lot. We do. We got them. But I got a couple questions. Yes, sir. So you kind of look like the type that might enjoy the outdoors, maybe some hunting, fishing, out camping. Well, yeah, yes, sir. I do like hunting. I like fishing. I like camping. I pretty much like all that. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. Well, it seems to me most of these ones in the top 5 on your list here are not going to really suit your needs. Like I noticed the rig you pulled in out here with it. You got a camp trailer on behind it. Yep. Okay. Well, none of these here on this list have a towing hitch on them, son. Oh, I don't care about any of that. Don't care at all about any of that. Nope. I want one off the top 5 of that list. I suppose you could buy some aftermarket stuff and put that hitch on there, but you know, several of these got pretty small motors on them. Oh no, the towing, the engine, none of that matters right now. I need the steering wheel. Yeah. Well, you see, the comfort of that steering wheel is just so important to me. I just can't get by without that comfortable steering wheel, and you know, and there's so many you got to look at that list. They cover everything there is to know about steering wheels, and I need something in that top 5. Are you for real, son? Get out. Just get out. So in the end, you'll spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. For me, I've had pretty good luck with Icon. Had good luck with Kenwood too. Just that Kenwood does not have a mid-range radio right now. where I'm going to be really curious to see what happens with this radio is in really crowded band conditions during a contest. You can punch these numbers in all day in the lab, but until you get it in a busy contest or real crowded band conditions, you really don't know how these radios are going to react, especially these SDR radios. The 7300 is a good example. I used that during sweepstakes this year. It performed okay, you know, for a $1,200 radio. When we hopped on 20 meters and it was just wall-to-wall S9 plus 20 signals, that radio fell flat on its face. It's kind of hard to explain the audio we were getting out of it. Almost digitized. It's almost like a digital signal when it's just about to drop out. You start getting the clipping, or not clipping, but chopping, loss of syllables here and there. It just didn't do real well. I mean, we were able to operate some. I fell back on that TS590 when we had to use 20 meters when it was so crowded. The 7300 just wasn't cutting it. I guess the point I'm trying to make, for me personally, I'm not going to go buy a radio strictly on receiver performance. I want operator creature comforts. That's the kind of guy I am. So if you want to go out and spend your hard-earned money on a radio that has excellent receiver performance but may not suit any of your other operating styles, well, it's your money. You know, the 7610, it just happens to fit a lot of the criteria I've been looking for in a radio. Receive antenna port. I didn't want a computer interface if I didn't have to. Dual receive. I guess one of the most important things to me was, yeah, I want a good receiver, but I wanted a radio that's all in a box. I don't need any external interfaces if I don't have to have them. Yes, I know Flex is coming out with their super duper all-inclusive radio. I got it. But between you and me, I think it's ugly. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short little video today. Again, spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. But if I was you, I would look at more than just receiver performance. Of course, if this thing come out in the top 1 or 2, we'd all be touting our horns that this is the best radio ever. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a like and subscribe. Yes, I know Flex is coming out with their super duper all-inclusive radio. I got it. Between you and me, I think it's ugly. I got some pretty fancy specs here on some of this third order harmonic balancing. What's this even mean, son? That third order harmonic is very important. That's when the big trucks are coming by, and the vibration in the steering wheel, that's what you feel. That's really important to me. I see.